friends. How is everybody today? Drop an emoji. Like, how are you feeling today? Drop your little how you're feeling emoji today. If I were to drop my emoji right now, it would probably be the little guy with the hard eyes. I have just been loving everything that I've been seeing, whether it's been on social media, in person. Like, I've just been in such a good mood. So I am just gonna run with that through this video. Because today I want to spend a little bit of time talking about time. Since we've been given so much of it, like it seems like now we've literally been mandated like 6 weeks of time. However, I know there are those instances where like if you are an essential worker, like it's kind of picked up for you, and we are so grateful. We are so thankful that you are kind of on the front lines of this. And when I say essential workers, I do mean healthcare workers. I do mean police officers, first responders. Like I do mean all of you guys, but I also mean like people at the grocery stores or the people that are like out there doing essential services that we aren't even aware of. Like, thank you so much. I know it's like not exactly a super safe time to be out and about. So I just want you to know that we appreciate you. But for those of us that have kind of been on the other side of things and we've been given a lot more time than what we're used to like juggling, I think this is a really, really good opportunity for us to take this and just run with it. This is a really great time to take advantage of the fact that you have time. Like, how many times do you say, oh, I want to do that, but I don't have time? Or, oh, I was going to do that, but I don't have time. This is where you put your money where your mouth is. If you really want something that bad enough, now you have the time to do it. Time is not an excuse anymore. Okay, great. Now your kids are home and now you don't have time to because they're home. Like, I get it. There's always an excuse. There's always an excuse to put something off. But don't. Like, you have to be the drive. You have to be the alpha mind behind this entire force. If you want to see this dream come true, you have to be the motivating factor, the motivating force behind it. And that's just something you have to come to terms with. If you really want it, you'll do it. If you don't really want it, you're not going to do it. And that's just what it is. It's not a good or a bad thing. But for those of you that want it and you do have the time and you realize you have the time, let's get to work on it. Like, what is that one thing you want to do? Like, we've literally been given a month's worth of time per se. Quarantine could be up tomorrow. We don't know. But until then, we are going to run full force with our goals, routines, and a little bit of self-love in our minds. So that's kind of what I've been spending a lot of time doing. And I kind of want to share what I've been doing so that you guys can maybe replicate it. And hopefully it just helps you guys, it helps all of us kind of get a little bit closer towards where we want to see ourselves in the future. So I recommend you get out a planner. If you have one, a planner, a journal, grab a receipt that's near you, but you need to write these things down. Like there have been so many scientific connections between writing something down and your brain remembering it. So write it down. If you need to put it in your phone later, go right ahead, but write it down for now. And let's just get organized, you know? So this is my planner. This is my baby. And I have been writing in this pretty much constantly because I want to make sure that I stay on top of myself. So I'm going to break this down into 3 parts: goals, self-love, routine. These are 3 things that anybody can concentrate on if you just put your mind to it, or at least just think about it. So it takes 21 days to build a habit. We're in quarantine for about 30. We're about halfway through the month. So you can at least be well on your way towards a really good habit if you just kept this up. Let's talk about goals. Goals could be anything. It literally could be, I want to get the dishes done once a week. Like, goals can be anything. So I want you to take a small goal, a medium goal, and a big goal. And I want you to write them all down. Like, I want those to be big, big goals for you, but like small wins at the same time, if that makes sense. So, or write down all 3 big goals. I don't want to control your dreams. Like, you have 3 goals and you want to get them all done, like at the end of this month, end of this year, whatever your goal is, like do that. But I need you to write them down. I'm going to share mine with you, just so you kind of have like a little example. One of my goals is time management. So I dabble in a lot of things. I am an extremely ambitious person. Like in college, I worked 4 jobs, went to school full time, still maintained a social life, and was still like in my sorority. Like I'm just an involved person. I want to know everything and I want to do everything because I like being busy. I like the feeling of being busy. And if you're like that, like that's a good feeling. Like it really is, because you just feel like you accomplish so much. However, by tacking on all of those things, sometimes you don't feel like you accomplish anything because you have so many things that are kind of weighing on your mind. So time management. I'm not bad at time management by any means, but allotting the appropriate amount of time per like business or concept or project, that is something that I struggle with. So like there are some weeks when I'm like blog crazy and everything else gets shut down. There are some weeks when I go Monate crazy and everything else gets shut down. Like I need to be able to, if I'm going to do that, that's fine, but I need to be able to replicate that for each business and each project each week. So I'm getting better about that, and I'm setting time blocks up in my planner and in my phone. It takes a little bit of time, but once you get it done, and I get it done for the whole month, once you get it done, it's really, really easy to navigate. So that's one of my things. Another one is just to journal more. I have been I journal a lot, but I journal so like teeter-totterish. Like I'll journal every day last month, and then I won't pick up my journal for 6 more months. And I just don't know why I'm like that. So I'm really trying to get in like a consistent headspace of write down one sentence, write down 3 things. If it's just quick, that's fine. But I know I need to get my thoughts to paper because I feel so much better when I do that. And it just makes me feel better. It feels like I'm releasing something. It's very detoxifying. So, and then another thing that I want to work on is cooking meals. Now that might sound like a small goal, just like journaling, but cooking meals is something that I would like to continually do. Like I want to meal prep on Sundays. I want to get all of those things out of life when the work week continues on. So I bought all the containers, I bought everything that I need, and I have been trying out new recipes pretty much every day now. Like I want to know what's easy, what's hard, what takes a little bit more time. Like I want to know what I can quickly put away, quickly do, or quickly make in a big batch. So I'm going to be a really good single mom to myself. So once work starts up, I will have all of these plethora of options and I won't be bored about what I'm eating. Like I can bring a salad every day, but I get so bored of that and I don't want to do that. I know there's so many more flavorful options out there, so I just need to take the time to explore them. So that's what I've been doing. We do takeout every once in a while because I'm a human being and I'm tired. And also I can't go to a restaurant, so I don't get my little fix. But I mean, it's been really nice because it's not a question of like, where do you want to go? It's like, what do you want to eat tonight? And we have to look through our options. So it's really good about us knowing what we have in our cabinet too. Okay, so those are my 3 goals that I'm kind of working on. So self-love is another thing that I just want to make sure that I'm taking the time to give myself, just be kind to myself. So one of the things that I've been doing is I've been playing the comparison game on so many levels, and I'm not doing that. So for the time being, I have like detoxed my social media feed. So the comparison games, no more, not doing that. Another one is I have this constant fear that I'm inconveniencing people. And by doing that, I feel like I need to take on the world by myself. I need to not do that. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to inconvenience people because I'm not purposefully doing it. Like if I'm inconveniencing somebody, it's because I seriously need their help, seriously need their feedback, blah, 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 blah. So I need to stop making myself feel so guilty for asking people to do things for me or with me or whatever it is, because I know that it's not with an inconvenient intent. So that's something I'm trying to be a little bit more positive about. Another one is self-love. No alcohol during the week. We are at home in quarantine. You have nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Might as well be drunk the whole time, right? Like going into quarantine, I was like, yes, this is exactly what I want to do. But no, I don't. I don't really want to be like, not that I drink all the time anyways, but I mean, I'd like to have a glass of wine with dinner, and then it turned into like all the dinners. So I was like, no alcohol during the week. Weekends, totally fine. Rage, do what you want to do. But I just don't need to be drinking in the middle of the week. You know what I mean? So that's just one of the things that I'm just taking off my plate. Routines. So routines are fun to an extent. I don't want you to ever get bored with your routine, but it is really, really good for the mind to like know what the next step is. We like to have things in a certain order that we're used to. So get your mind there. I'm going to share with you the routine that I have made. I have mapped out my morning, first things first. I have mapped out my morning, after I kind of get out of bed. I've mapped out my evening, and then I mapped out my right before bed. So that's a lot for some people. I just recommend you do maybe the first 3 things you want to do in the morning, the first 3 things you want to do before you go to bed. However you want to get more detailed, please feel free. This is your life. So first things first, I wake up. Okay, my phone is my alarm. My phone actually does a little yoga wake up as my alarm clock. I love that. So first things first is yoga. Most of the time. Sometimes I just turn it off because I'm like, I don't want to move right now. And that's fine. I'm sometimes yoga is great. Sometimes it feels like a chore, and that's okay. Another thing is I like to play on my phone. I know there's so many things out there. It's like, don't grab your phone first thing in the morning. I love TikTok. Let me have that. That's fine. I get my little decompress. I don't stay on it for 6 hours at a time. I get my little 20 minutes and I'm good to go. Then I'll go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and then I'll start my skincare routine. That's pretty much first things first in the morning. And then after that, once I've kind of gotten out of bed, I'm going to go work out, and then I'm going to go eat breakfast, and then I'm going to either go take a shower and then start working on my project or my work for the day, whatever I have to do that day. So that's kind of my morning routine. And then once I've gone through my day, I've gone through my projects, I've gone through my to-do list for that day. In the evening, I meditate. So I have created this whole little Zen zone area for me, and I love it. It makes me want to meditate. So I've set up a safe space for me to be able to do that. I'll meditate. And I would like to meditate and journal kind of simultaneously. However, if I get one of those done, I'm totally fine with it. I don't need to like journal every single day if I'm meditating. But if I'm not meditating, I absolutely need to journal because I need to decompress. I just need to flush out the day, you know? And my last thing that I like to do in the evening, before I get into my before bed routine, is my skincare routine. So I have been taking such good care of my skin since, I actually really like how my skin looks right now, but I've been taking such good care of my skin since quarantine. I'm not putting on makeup. I haven't even tweezed my eyebrows. Like I'm not literally doing anything to it, except for my skincare routine. And it's a good solid, probably 30-minute skincare routine. And I'm so proud of it. So that's my time. That is like my little mini spa. And that's what I do before I kind of get ready to like crawl into bed. So that's my evening routine. And then before bed, I brush my teeth, typical, and then I lock all my doors and set the alarm. So I've been very, very good about setting the alarm and doing all that stuff, but I know in the past I haven't been. So this is kind of a routine that I just want to make sure that I'm keeping up. It's not really a new piece. And another thing that I like to do right before bed is I like to tell Rob that I love and appreciate him, and then I just like to cuddle. So that's kind of like how I decompress my day. It's a beautiful, beautiful practice. I highly suggest you come up with something that really kind of allows you to feel good about yourself. So like I've been saying this whole time, I encourage you to take this time to start that project, ask those questions, get those goals, at least start it. Because if you start them, that means you're motivated to do something with them. So I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but it's extremely important that I tell you these things because I feel like it could potentially be helpful to somebody else. And if you have any questions or if you have any ideas, please feel free to let me know. I'm always here to help. I listen to a lot of motivational podcasts. I see inspirational quotes every day. Like I like digest this stuff pretty much. So please feel free to let me know if you need anything. Otherwise, there are more details on my concepts and what I like to do on my blog at www.dailycupofjojo.com. I thank you again for joining me for this. Thanks.